Every breed on this list had to clear three things: a temperament that tolerates handler error, a build that is not fighting its own biology, and a set of needs a working household can realistically meet. And everyone comes with a caveat. Because a breed recommendation without a warning is not advice, it is advertising. Number 10, the Papillon. Under £10, and one of the most trainable dogs on earth, a toy breed that routinely outperforms dogs in obedience competition. It is long-lived, portable, and it genuinely enjoys learning, which means training feels like a game rather than a battle of wills. This is a fine-boned dog with a real risk of patellar luxation. Number 9. The Havanese. The Havanese asks you to be present. It is sturdier than it looks and unusually tolerant of children for its size. But it was bred, quite deliberately, to be a companion, and companion means constant. Left alone for a full working day without preparation, this is a breed with a real vulnerability to separation-related behavior. Independence has to be trained early and on purpose. It will not develop on its own. Number 8. The Bichon. Cheerful, sturdier than it looks, and genuinely people-loving in a way that several toy breeds are not. It sheds very little, and it adapts to almost any size of home. The Bichon needs a professional groom every 4 to 6 weeks, indefinitely, for the life of the dog. This is one of the breeds most affected by bladder stones. Watch water intake, and treat straining as urgent. Number 7. The Border Terrier. Terriers, as a group, are not beginner dogs. This one is the exception, scruffy, level-headed, and far more biddable than the working terriers. It will walk 5 miles or none, and it does not nurse a grudge. To caveats. The prey drive is fully intact. This dog was bred to follow a fox underground, and a squirrel will still beat your recall. And the breed carries a documented paroxysmal cramping disorder, which in a proportion of cases responds to a gluten-free diet. Ask the breeder directly. Number 6. The Rough Collie. Soft, sensitive, and almost pathologically attentive to its owner. It is one of the few herding breeds that does not need a job to stay sane. It wants proximity more than work, and that makes it forgiving of a household that is not running sheep. The caveat here is medical, and it is not optional. Collies can carry a mutation that makes them dangerously sensitive to a list of common veterinary drugs, including some routine wormers. The test is a single cheek swab, and it is cheap. Do it before you ever need it. Number 5. The Standard Poodle. And first, a correction. The snappy poodle stereotype is built on toy and miniature poodles, then applied backwards to a 60-pound retrieving dog that barely resembles them. Researchers scoring breed aggression were careful to separate the size variants, most people repeating the stereotype or not. The real caveat is different. This is a sensitive dog. It reads your mood, and under-socialized it becomes nervous and wary of strangers. Socialize deliberately, early, and widely. Number 4. The Whippet. Quiet, clean, almost nothing to maintain indoors. And in one of the largest surveys of breed aggression ever conducted, the Whippet came out as the least aggressive breed toward both people and other dogs. To caveats, both serious. The chase response overrides recall completely, and no amount of training fully removes it. And like other sighthounds, it carries a well-documented sensitivity to certain anesthetics. Number 3. The Golden Retriever. The temperament is exactly as advertised: tolerant, biddable, and forgiving of a beginner's inconsistency in a way very few breeds are. Golden Retrievers sit among the breeds with the highest reported cancer rates, and a long-running American study has been following thousands of them from puppyhood for precisely this reason. Number 2. The Retired Racing Greyhound. Nobody expects this on a beginner list. You skip puppyhood entirely, and the exercise need is far lower than the body suggests. This applies to any rescue, A shelter cannot test its way to certainty about temperament. Formal behavior evaluations have very little predictive power. What tells you about a dog is time living in a home. Caveats: many are unsuitable with cats. Dental disease is common, and sighthound anesthetic sensitivity applies. And number 1, the Labrador Retriever. There is no surprise here, and that is rather the point. The most popular dog in the English-speaking world is popular because it works, stable, sociable, endlessly patient, and forgiving of very nearly every beginner mistake. The caveat is one that people misread as laziness. Researchers at Cambridge identified a deletion in the POMC gene that disrupts the signal telling a dog it has eaten enough, and it is carried by a substantial share of the breed. A fat Labrador is not always an indulgent owner. Sometimes it is a dog that is genuinely, permanently hungry,